Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. His first carry, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 29, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early in this offense. How imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. On the draw, it's Hall. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And he'll find Hall. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One more time with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Going deep for Diggs. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. 42
yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to run with Hall. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Hall again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll try to run with Hall, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that.
He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the counter, it's Hall. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run with Hall. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go again with Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes goes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Allen uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hall want to give up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. It's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. the gun. They run it with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Give the credit there to Jordan Phillips getting in the backfield for the tackle for loss. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Hall again on 2nd down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They run with Hines. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. Quan Alexander in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And that lines up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Hall again on second down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Wilson to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's Hall again. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells.